I'm a parasitologist, and my work is at the nexus of immunology, epidemiology, and molecular biology. I study neglected tropical diseases, also known as NTDs, and these are a group of parasitic, viral, fungal, and bacterial infectious diseases that primarily afflict the world's most impoverished, marginalized, and under-resourced individuals and areas. As the name suggests, NTDs are primarily found in the tropical and subtropical regions of the world, and they are extremely underfunded and under-researched. My doctoral studies have focused on the NTD schistosomiasis, and I aim to identify targetable parasite proteins or antigens for use in vaccines, therapeutics, and diagnostics. But before I share the specifics of my work, I'll share some of the personal motivation for why I study these diseases. I am the proud daughter of Colombian and Guatemalan immigrants, a first-generation American, and my childhood memories are filled with visits to my mother's hometown on the Caribbean coast of Colombia. These trips were dazzling. I was surrounded by the warmth of family, I could always hear salsa and cumbia playing in the background, and the vim and vigor of the city was palpable. But as I grew older, aspects of my family's reality gained significance. For example, the necessity to boil tap water before drinking it, the feral cats and dogs that would roam the streets, and the lack of a rain sewerage system that led to flooding even with minor precipitation. These moments and these encounters with the public health issues of my ancestral lands left an indelible mark on me and the way that I would come to perceive global health and NTDs. My research leverages epidemiological approaches, molecular biology techniques, and immunological assays to identify and study how we develop resistance to schistosomiasis and how acquired protective immunity develops. My research matters because schistosomiasis is considered the second most socioeconomically devastating disease, only second to malaria. Worldwide, 250 million people are afflicted across 78 countries in Africa, Asia, and South America. Schistosomiasis is caused by parasitic worms that invade the blood vessels around the intestines. And while the worms themselves don't cause many issues, the eggs that they lay are deadly. These eggs become lodged in tissues of infected individuals, and they cause immense scarring, as well as damage to organs, such as the intestines, the liver, the spleen, and in very severe cases, the spinal cord and the brain. Currently, there is no vaccine for schistosomiasis, and one drug, praziquantel, is used to treat active infections, but it does not prevent reinfections. Specifically, my research group at Brown studies the development of schistosomiasis and immune responses to schistosomiasis in endemic settings by conducting longitudinal cohort studies. We assess how individuals develop resistance to infection, and then we try to identify those parasite antigens that they target by their antibodies. Specifically, we use sera from these individuals who develop this resistant phenotype, and we screen a library of these parasite molecules. We then recombinantly express these molecules, and we characterize these molecules in terms of their structure, their biochemistry, their ability to elicit protective immune responses in mouse models, and also we look at associations between developing antibody responses against these molecules and different disease outcomes. In studying acquired protective immunity to schistosomiasis, I was able to identify a previously uncharacterized schistosome protein, Schistosoma japonicum helminth defense molecule. Parasites secrete this molecule in order to evade our immune system. You might think that targeting this molecule would be a very effective way of killing the parasite and would probably be a great target for a vaccine. But paradoxically, my work has shown that individuals who generate very high antibodies against this molecule actually have worsened disease outcomes, such as organ pathology, malnutrition, and growth stunting. The underlying mechanism is still unknown, and it's being investigated. Given the tremendous impact socioeconomically and in terms of public health of schistosomiasis, it's imperative that we study how parasites evade the human immune response. Understanding how these parasites have been able to evade our immune system for thousands of years will uncover the Achilles heel of schistosomes and ultimately rid the world of schistosomiasis. Thank you.